Hello guys, and welcome back to the Unsectar channel. Today we're doing something different. We're gonna see if Bedrock or Java is the best Minecraft version. Now I'm willing to bet you that half of the people watching this video are Bedrock players. You know, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, whatever. And I'm also willing to bet that half of you guys are also PC players. So we're gonna settle this once and for all. Which one's better? Which one takes the cake? And which one is gonna destroy its opponent? Like and subscribe for more Minecraft. We're going to be rating these two versions on these bases. We are going to rate them by camera movement, structures, textures, graphics, terrain, animation, lighting, blocks, mobs, and customization. So the first thing that you're most likely gonna do when you're playing a new game or starting a new game is you're going to change the sensitivities or whatever, controls, keybinds, anything to whatever you prefer. And one of those things is camera movement. Now, camera movement in Java, pretty standard. When you move your mouse, it turns. Up is same thing. Now, this is without Optifine, so I can't, zoom in and look at the mountain over there. But it's pretty basic. If I click C and turn on cinematic camera, it's a lot slower, but it's a lot smoother too. Now, Bedrock, it's a little different. The camera feels a little more just like stiff. Like you don't have as much freedom with the camera as you would normally have in Java. Like it just feels stiff. And the worst part, there's no cinematic camera. So if you want to try to get something cinematic here, you have to do it just nice and slow, even though there's such a stiff camera. So sorry, Bedrock Edition, but I'm gonna have to give this one to the Java players. In most cases, in Java Edition, you can find structures a mere 100 blocks from spawn. So structures aren't all that rare, but we're gonna talk about good structures. Structures such as shipwrecks, ocean monuments, desert temples, and ruined portals. According to the Minecraft wiki fandom, ruined portals without air pockets have a 50% chance to spawn from Y level 27 to 29, and a 50% chance to spawn from Y level 29 to 100. Ocean monuments can generate in areas with deep ocean biome variants everywhere within a 16 block square radius around the center point, and an aquatic biome everywhere within a 29 block square radius around the center point. Shipwrecks generate in all ocean biomes rarely. On rarer occasions, they generate above sea level nearby the water in beaches, snowy beaches, or inside an iceberg, underwater ruin, monument, or ravine. Now the Minecraft wiki fandom doesn't have a specific subcategory about desert temple spawning, but it does says that the pyramid is 21 by 21 blocks, meaning it has to be, basically, most of the foundation has to be on the 21 times 21 foundation, or else, like it says here, if it generates above a ravine, the foundation will extend all the way down. Looking at all the loot that you can get from the desert temples and ruined portals and all that, I would have to say for structure spawning, based on these charts, I'm gonna have to give it to Bedrock. Grass, stone, dirt, and cobblestone are essentially the same between Java and Bedrock. However, some people think that on Bedrock, the blocks are slightly more lighter and more vibrant. So you tell me, but my personal vote here goes to Bedrock. So the next one that we're gonna talk about here is graphics. Now right now, I just have my graphics set to max. This is vanilla Minecraft, no mods, no nothing. This is maximum graphics on vanilla. And so my favorite thing about graphics on Java is it's really clear. Like look how clear the leaves are. You can just perfectly see through the leaves. And Java is really powerful. I can see all the way over to that village, but when I zoom in, it's gonna look like crap. I can entirely make out that house over there just because of how crazy good Java graphics are. However, this is Bedrock Edition's maxed out graphics. Now the one thing that I do want to point out about this is Bedrock can go up to 76 chunks. Look at that chunk over there. Look, I can see a village over there, but I can see all around me. Look at that mountain. You can see for miles. But can you do this in Java? No, in Java you can only go to like 48. Please don't fact check me on that. But if I had to say, based on graphics alone, I'm gonna have to give it to Java, but because you can see 76 chunks in Bedrock, I'm gonna give a half point to Java and a half point to Bedrock. Now we all know that in Java you can choose to have an amplified world, and choosing amplified gets you some insanely cool maps, such as this. But what if we weren't talking about amplified? What if we're talking about normal? Some worlds, such as certain bugged worlds that glitched when Minecraft was generating it, can spawn you all the way up at the top of the map at Y coordinate 256. These kinds of maps call for really cool spawns, but sometimes it's a little hard getting down. And I think we all know that Bedrock seeds can get a little wonky sometimes. Now don't get me wrong, I love Java and all its cool features when it comes to world generation, but I really think that this takes the cake. This is the largest scattered mountain to generate in Minecraft Bedrock Vanilla. I swear I'm not being biased here, but this one is gonna have to go to Bedrock. Most people know that Minecraft walking animations look like this. For walking, it's simple. For sprint walking, it looks like this. And for sprint jumping, it looks like this. Walking and sprinting are the same as in Java, but for some reason, in Bedrock, sprint jumping looks like this. What is this? Do you expect me to play Minecraft with this shit? But we also have to look at hitting mobs. So this is what it looks like to hit a cow in Java, and this is what it looks like to punch a cow in Bedrock. So I do kind of feel like the Bedrock hit animation is a little more vibrant than the Java hit animation, but because of that one thing that Bedrock did with their sprint jumping, man, this one goes to Java. Now Minecraft certainly is a beautiful game, and with a few mods you can make it look astounding. But which version is really better? This is going to be a really stupid explanation, but Minecraft's lighting physics just has the sun going across the sky and then the moon coming up, going across the sky doing the same thing. Now there's not really much of a difference between Java and Bedrock's lighting, except for the caves. Cave lighting in Java looks like this. And this is what cave lighting looks like on Bedrock. A little darker. So while I must admit that Bedrock lighting does look good, I'm gonna have to give this one to Java. There are over 790 placeable blocks in Java edition of Minecraft. However, in Bedrock there are 820. There are 4 different kinds of blocks: building, decoration, redstone, and transportation. And so you might be asking, what are those 30 extra blocks that are in Bedrock? Well, it's actually because Bedrock has more variations of different blocks than Java does. And although I did say Bedrock earlier for textures, because textures and blocks do tie into each other, because of the simplicity of Java, don't quote me on that, that sounds very nerdy, I know. Because of the simplicity of Java, my vote goes to Java. Now there are 84 mobs in both versions of Minecraft, but we're not going to be ranking them on how many mobs there are. We're going to be ranking them on how useful the mobs are. There are certain mobs that are only in Java, and certain mobs that are only in Bedrock, but they both came out to an even 84. So we're just gonna look at which are the most useful and which aren't. We're gonna rate this on the worst mobs and the best mobs of each version. The top 5 worst mobs in Java are the polar bear. They serve utterly no purpose to the game. Foxes, because all they do is just start biting you if you try to attack them. Rabbits don't do anything but just give you rabbit hide, and even then it's hard to kill them. Llamas just spit at you. No fundamental bonus there. And the worst Java mob of all, Endermites. What do these guys do? They're just a little purple ball that just attacks you. These guys serve no purpose whatsoever. The top 5 worst mobs in Bedrock are the axolotl. Now don't get me wrong, I love the axolotl, but it just doesn't have a lot of benefits in Bedrock. The polar bear. And the reason that this one is lower on the list is because it has even less features than it does in Java. The endermite, because at least it has some purpose in Bedrock. The alley, which does like absolutely nothing and just flies around all day. And the most pointless mob in Bedrock, the bat. What does it drop? Nothing. What does it do? Flies? Like, these guys do absolutely nothing but fly all day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're a cool sight, but like, they don't have any benefits. Without a doubt, the most useful mob in Bedrock is easily the villager. The villager has so many practical benefits when it comes to trading, acquiring tools, basically acquiring anything. The villager is definitely the most useful in Bedrock. But what about the best mob in Java? Well, despite what you might think, it's actually the piglin. You might hate these guys because of how annoying they are. Piglins can give some of the best loot in the game. That is if you have gold armor. But piglins can Piglins can provide you with the best endgame armor and tools that you could possibly need. So because of this, I'm gonna have to give this to Java. Alright, the last one we're looking at here is customization. Now Java has its pretty good fair share of customization with game modes, difficulty, and cheats. In the world section, there's all of these different world types. The seed generator, generating structures, and bonus chest, and more has game rules, stuff like this. Pretty specific things, some. Experimental things like bundles and 1.20. And certain data packs. And that's basically all there is for Java. Meanwhile, over here on Bedrock, we have so much stuff. Now the general customization menu is very simple, but when we go down here to advanced, holy cow, there's a lot of stuff here. Like, look at all this. There's so much stuff. Multiplayer, I don't know what half of this means. Cheats, look at all the cheats that we can enable. And then we have resource packs, behavior packs, and experiments. So I am definitely gonna give this one to Bedrock. But should you really believe me? I mean, I'm just a kid on the internet who's making videos. I don't have a say in which Minecraft version is better. These are just my personal opinions. So you guys out there can just believe in whatever you want. There's your unsectar wisdom for today. And thank you for 100 subscribers. And remember, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Unsectar out.